Hello everyone, welcome to podcast number 16. How are you all? It's I think it's the 21st of January, if I'm not mistaken, and this is my second knitting podcast for 2023. This month is marching on, guys. I hope everybody's well. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining my YouTube family, and to all my long-standing subscribers, welcome back. I hope everybody is well. Well, today I have got 3 finished projects to share with you. I've got 2, 4, 6 whips. I've got some acquisitions to share, and I've got some patterns I want to share with you, and some which I'm hoping are going to be future projects. So without further ado, guys, let's go on to my first finished project. I have actually finished my sparkling fountain sweater, and this is a collaboration pattern between Twin Set and Pearls and Botanical Yarn, and it's 2 yarns held together, and the pattern is up the sleeve. Now I've amended this pattern somewhat. This pattern you put either side, but I just wanted it down the center of the sleeve, and it was an I-cord bind off, and I didn't like it, so I frogged it, which, let me tell you, with the Surrey alpaca and the superwash merino, it wasn't nice. It took me ages, and I just did I did a proper cuff. I have done a short video, guys, and so in the description box I will put the link to that short. Also, everything what I mention here will be in the description box, links to patterns, to websites, and that. So yeah, and YouTube channels as well. So I really enjoyed knitting this. I might knit myself one, as this is for my friend for her birthday. She's a redhead, and she loves the green. So yeah, and I'm sure she will like it very much. I did, for the first time ever, I did the German short rows, so that the back is higher than the front. And yeah, so I really enjoyed knitting that. It took me longer than I expected, but hey ho. So I had 150 grams of the baby Surrey alpaca, and I've got 39 grams left. I've got this and this little ball, I've got that left, and I had 200 grams of the superwash merino, and I've got 24 grams left. And this is the pattern. So if I show you the sleeve, if you can see the sleeve, you had the pattern coming down the center, and then you had it either side of the sleeve, but I didn't want to do that. So, and that's the beauty of changing patterns, you know, you're able to do the to change them to your preferred finished project. So that was that. So that's one finish, and I will put thumbnails at the end, but as I say, I think this will actually be the thumbnail, because Rick actually took a photograph of me wearing this, so I'm going to use this as the thumbnail, guys. And Linda, look at the camera, not at yourself. I keep doing that, guys, I'm so sorry. So that's one project that I've done. I have actually finished my first pair of socks, and would you believe, guys, I've finished 4 projects this month so far. One of them I can't show you because it's part of my challenges, and I'll share that with you next Saturday when we're at Ursula's house for the challenges roundup. So These are socks, and as I was saying, 3 of the 4 projects I've finished are all green. I've got green in them somewhere. I don't know how that happened, but hey ho. So to say I've had enough of knitting in green is putting it mildly. So these are the socks. These are for another friend. She, for my friend Kath, she was good enough to do my new thumbnails and my intro. So these are a little thank you to her, and for that I did use King Cole Footsie, which is a 4-ply, which is a 2 weight, and it was 93 acrylic and 7% nylon, and there was 470 yards, and I have got, I wrote on the ball band, didn't I? I'm sure I wrote on the ball band. So I've got 20 grams left. So it took me 80 grams to do these big socks. And as you know, mine have come to about there, don't they, guys? I've got little feet. So anyway, so that's my second finished project for January, and they're also my January socks for the Sock It To Me 2023. And oops, never mind. A while ago I bought this kit from Expression Fiber Arts, and we all know who Chandy is, don't we? And she was very nice to let me interview her on Wednesday, and if you've not seen the video, I'll put the link in the description box below. Go back and check it out. So I got this with a skein of yarn and a pattern for a hat and a hook as well. So this is what I've made. The only thing different from Chandy's pattern is that I did my signature front post, back post, and then I did the crab stitch round the end. So let's see. So there we are, guys. And it's purple, guys, of course. So for this, I have used Very Perry, which is a dewy DK. So what do you think, guys? I think it looks really nice. Yeah. And it is 70% superwash merino wool with 20% nylon and 10% silk, guys. And it just, oh, it is just divine to work with. And I've got 53 grams left out of 100 grams. 228 meters, 250 yards, and the recommended size is for crochet hooks is a US 6 to 8, which is a G or a H, and they're the same for knitting needles as well. But what do you think? I really like doing the I don't know what it is, I just love ribbing, guys. I don't know what it is. I just really, for me, it finishes something off, especially if it's a wearable, a hat, a cowl. I just really, really love it, especially when I'm doing hats. I just think it just adds to it, I think, and I really enjoy working the front post, back post with this in my hats especially. And then to finish it off, to give it that really nice finish, is the crab stitch, guys. You know me. So I'm taking this off because I'm getting a bit too warm. Whew. So yeah, guys, that is a really nice, really nice yarn. So I've still got, I can get another hat out of that, guys, which I more than likely will do for the homeless. And so yeah, so they're my finished projects. So now we're going to move on to works in progress. So I hope you've got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Sit back, relax, because I've got a lot to show you, guys. So, okay, where do I start? Right, the first thing is my sweater. Well, it's a cardigan. It's a jacket actually, guys, and it's by Sirdar. You've all seen it. And I think I showed you last time that I finished the back. I am using, let me get this. You need 3, for my size anyway, guys, you need 3 of these Sirdar JewelSpun Aran, which is a 4 weight, and these are 200 grams, guys. So it's acrylic, 100% acrylic, and it's called Nordic Noir, and knitting needles UK 6, US 8, 5mm crochet hook, and a US H, which is an 8. So that's the colour. So I think I showed you the back last time. So I've really been working on, and I've done this. And what I've done is so the sides and the back and the sleeves all the same. What I do is, let me just show you, every 10 rows I put stitch markers so that I know when I come to do the decreasing for the armhole shaping that they're the same amount of rows. And another thing with this jacket is you do the let me show you, I'm not sure if you can see, let me move my needle out the way. Can you see I've got the ribbon, the button band, as we say. So, but there are no buttons going on here. Yes. So yeah, so I've done that much, and this is something that I like to do while I'm watching a movie, because as you all know, I'm a speed knitter and I don't look at my stitches when I'm knitting. And yeah, so I'm thinking it's coming on really, really well. Love the way the colours are working up. Love the yarn. Will I use it again? Most definitely. Most definitely. And it is actually it's in my Treadling Woman bag that I got from Yarndale last year. So with all the little pussycats on. I need to get more bigger bags, guys. I need more bigger bags, project bags. Because as you know, my challenge this year is to do 6 wearables at least. So the next thing I want to share with you is my hashtag Hyber knit along with Stephen West, and I'm doing the Aurora cabin shawl, and that's that. And I'm on to section 5. I'm about to start I've actually started section 5, guys. And this is what I've done so far. The yarn I'm using is from Botanical Yarn, and I've had to move it to a bigger, a longer wire. And there we go. So this is what I've done so far. So that was section 1 and 2, that's 3. I just finished section 4. Let me just get it out so you can see it. There we go. And the little pussycat, can you see them? Let me see. I needed to count the last row to make sure I had the correct stitches. Rick bought me them for my birthday last year. So yeah, so I'm really loving the way this colour is popping against the purples. It's like a deep dark gold colour, so I'm really liking that. So I'm enjoying doing this. And I'm using botanical yarns, guys, in the 3 colours. So I've got a pale grey, a medium grey, a dark grey. I've got no, I've not got. I've got a lilac. I've got a darker lilac. Then I've got the purple. I've got a grey, and I've got the gold, and I think it looks really nice together. I'm really pleased. I'm not in any rush. It will get done when it's get done. I'm hoping that it's finished by the end of March, which I'm sure it will be. And I do, on average, I try and do at least 20 rows a week on this, but we'll see. We'll just see. And there's how many rows? There's about 381 stitches I've got on at the moment. Exactly, guys. So it's going to be, the bigger it gets, the longer it's going to take to make. Something that I've shown you the yarn for before is Rick, for Christmas, Rick bought me a subscription to the Knitter magazine, and I'm actually made a start on this, which is this. It's called Cristallo, and it's made in a DK weight yarn, and I bought the yarn from Black Sheep Wools. Yep, I bought the yarn from Black Sheep Wools. Is this? Do you know what, guys? I've been looking for these needles everywhere. I thought I'd lost my 3.5 interchangeables, and there they are, sat in the basket. I had this room out looking for them. Sod's law, isn't it, guys? So this is what I've done so far. I will admit I've not done much on this because I've wanted to get that jumper finished, that sweater finished, but this is what I've done so far. I've done the first 2 cables, and I'm really liking this yarn. It is called Peacock, and it's teals and purples, and I'm liking how it's working up. And yep, and I'll tell you a little bit about the yarn. I bought this from Black Sheep Wools, guys, here in Warrington. I've got really good, and I'm using Vivacious DK Luxury Fyberspates yarns. It is 100% superwash merino, and yeah, the colour is Peacock. So there we are. There's the yarn caked up. So I got 5 of them. I think, yeah, I did. I got 5 of them, guys, and they're in my little basket. So that's that one. Oh, I forgot to mention this bag. My Hyper Knit Along is in Gemma B Makes bag. My Gemma B Makes bag with all the little bees. It had to be purple, guys, didn't it? It had to be purple. So that's 3 of my whips. The 4th whip is something I have been dying to get on my needles, and it is Radiate Sweater by Hoagie Locatelli, and there it is there. And there's the top of it, the yoke, and I've actually done the yoke. I'm on section 2 of this, so I'll just put that down there. And I'm using Beehive yarns in Lady Midnight, and this is Foxtail. It's a DK weight, and I tell you what, oh, it is knitting up beautifully. So I've got to change to bigger needles. I've done the shaping, and there we go. You can just see I've just introduced the midnight to it. Let me just grab hold of it. I've not done much, but I've made a start. I hope you can see it, but don't those colours look really nice together? So I'm really liking that. So I've made a start on that, and let me see if I can find a thingy to tell you what the yarn is. It's 100% extra fine superwash merino, 115 grams, 230 meters, 252 yards, hand wash recommended, and to dry flat. So I'm really excited about getting that sorted. So that's whip number 4. Number 5 is, sorry guys, I just need to stretch to get it, is a crochet project, and it is called the Circular Fall Mandala Throw by Yarn Inspirations. That's it there. And I am doing it in blues, creams, beiges, browns, and a 4-weight yarn. So they're all different makes, and I'm on to, what row am I on to? Idea. Oh, I'm on row 21. The next row is 21, so I've done 20 rows. There's 50 rows, so I'm just taking my time with this, guys. And the little stitch marker in the middle, I put that there to denote that this is the front of the blanket, and it's my little moo of my lovely Sarah Moo, Crafty Moo Sarah, and I call her Sarah Moo. So yeah, so I've done 20 rows, and I'm really pleased with how that is looking. It's going to look gorgeous in my lounge once my lounge has been redecorated, because I'm going for blues and beiges in my lounge, because at the moment it's teals and brown. No, it's not, it's teal and beige, but I'm going to change the colour of the beige, make it just a little bit lighter with the navy blue, sapphire blue I'm going for the feature wall. So yeah, so I'm really liking that. I'm enjoying doing it, and I do, there's no rush for it, so I'm doing about 2 rows a week when I get the time. But as you all know, I'm really into my knitting at the moment, guys. And the last, I want to talk a little bit about the last whip. Shetland lace, guys, never done it, and Irina from Fiber Chats has got the knit along, and last year when Rick and I went to our my first ever yarn festival, I got this yarn, which was a lace yarn, and this is the shawl. It's not a shawl, it's a wrap actually. It's called Minogame by who's it by? Cocon. So it's as you can imagine, I've crocheted with very fine cotton, as you all know. That's how I learnt to crochet, and but I've never actually knitted anything with such fine lace. And it says here, Minogame is a turtle in the Japanese culture. Some Minogame are said to live up to 10,000 years. Minogame's tail is covered seaweed and algae. The most famous Minogame is from the legend of the Urashima Taro. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing. Let me see if I can't see. I'll put the link to the pattern in the description box below. It's a Passion for Lace is the designer, and I'm really enjoying doing this. So I've made a start, guys. Let me just see if I can get the, and I've got it in my lovely Japanese knot bag made by our Queen Bridget. I'll put a link to a YouTube channel below. And with it being such fine lace, guys, I have put I didn't use my ball winder. I put it on the Swift, but because it's so delicate, I wound it into a ball, and it's greys, whites and pale pink. Really, as you can see, it's very, very fine. And it's in my little yarn bag again by the lovely Bridget, and it all matches, so really nice. So it goes in there and it comes out there like that, see? So this is what I've done so far. Let me just get it. I hope I can find the, I don't know what I've done with the I don't know what I've done with the, it's a UK company anyway, guys, who've done this. So I've got it, you can't see much at the moment because I've only just casted it on and done the first 8 rows, but I'm really, just looks a series of holes, doesn't it? Let me see if I can light against this so you can't see. Hope you can see it now. So that is whip number 6. I haven't got any socks to share with you today that are on my needles. Decided this year that I'm just going to do 1 pair of socks a month, and if I have time to do other socks, well, I will. If not, it'll just be 1 sock. So there we are, that goes in there. And I've got my, I bought this, the Knit Pro, and I put my pattern on here, and so I know which row I'm on. But yeah, guys, so they are my whips. Wow. So what do you think, guys? I'm loving them. I'm loving them all. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is I've got a couple of acquisitions, just 2. This one is my sock. It's from Beehive Yarns, my sock. What do you call it? Subscription. I get socks every month. I need scissors. Scissors. No scissors here. I got rid of the trolley, guys. I got a drawer, so let me just see if I can get in here now. Oh, for goodness sake. I'll be back. I need a pair of scissors. Oh, hold on, I've got my thingy. I've got my notions bags that have got scissors in, haven't I? She says, if she looks properly for it. There we go. I do like Beehive Yarns. Goodness sake, Linda. Sorry guys, I'm having a bit of a trauma getting into this box. I should have opened it before I went live. Not live, before I recorded. So how many projects have you got? How many whips have you got? Have you got any finished projects? And as always, it comes really nicely packaged. Enchanted Beehive Yarns. So let's see what. Oh, look at these minis. Oh, and I've got a tea bag What is it? Organic peppermint infusion. Oh, I love peppermint tea. So I'll take that downstairs and have a cup of that later. So I'll just move that to here. And this is the Enchanted Yarn Club, which I subscribe to. Sorry guys. So that's the colours. And it's the Enchanted Yarn Club for December. Audrey Classic Sock, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Each skein is 20 grams, 85 meters, and it is yeah, lovely. Thank you for choosing Beehive Yarns Enchanted Yarn Club. Please tag Beehive Yarns on Instagram or use Beehive Enchanted Minis Club to share your makes. So if you know, last podcast I showed you the Christmas Eve socks, and they were from Beehive Yarns, and so the colours are, and I am going to make, so these are the colours. Let me see. So they go like that. There we go. What do you think? They're pretty colours, nice and soft. So, and Stephen West, who I absolutely adore, I think he's amazing. He's got an ebook out for socks for this year, so he is into socks as well, which is awesome. So obviously guys, you know I bought the ebook, and I get a pattern every month. So yeah, so that is one acquisition that I done. Now this has come all the way from Canada, and I don't remember 2 for all the trees finger weight, and I don't remember where I bought it from. I don't remember at all. So sorry guys. Get my scissors out, Linda. I've got to be careful I don't cut the yarn, because I know it's yarn. It's nice and squishy. So I don't know where it's where I purchased. Hold on. Arcane Fiberworks ink. Unless I've ordered something and it's a back order, I haven't got a clue. Of course it's yarn. Sorry about the crinkle, guys. Oh, hoo-hoo. Wow. I've got 2 of them. I haven't got a clue. Well, guys, a mystery. I haven't got a clue. I've ordered that much yarn, guys. I haven't got a clue. I even forgot I'd ordered from Arcane Fiberworks, Canada. But guys, it is gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Finger weight sock yarn. 80% merino, 20% nylon, 400 meters, 435 yards. It's 100 grams. Tells you the knitting gauge and the recommended needles, the crochet gauge and the crochet hooks. But look at that, look at the blue. If you know me, you know I love blue and brown together. It's one of my favourite colour combinations, but look at that, guys. Isn't that just awesome? Absolutely awesome. So that's that one. And this one's this one. So I think I might I need to see if I've got a blue finger weight yarn that will go with that. So yeah, so that was a nice surprise, wasn't it? I hadn't got a clue. Don't remember ordering. Oh well. I'll have to go back and have a check. But I really do like the blue and brown. So that's that. So that's the acquisitions. I hope you're with me so far. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is my future projects. So, shall we make a start? Sorry about that. So, the first thing I want to share with you is, which is going to be my next socks, is by Stephen West, and it's called the Cable Trellis Socks. I haven't actually decided on the yarn yet. I'm going to do a solid with a variegated, and I've not decided on the colours yet. So that is definitely going to be something that's going to be put on the needles before the end of this month. I also want to show you the next sweater that I'm going to be doing is going to be this Love Note by Tin Can Knits. And there we go. And I bought this yarn. I've got this yarn, and this works, you knit them both together. So I've got this is by Bow Fiddle Yarns, this, and it's a 2-weight 100 grams, approximately 425 meters, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and this is called Midnight Sky. And to work with that, because you work it together, this I bought from Dinah's Home of Crafts. It's a lace weight, it's 80% superwash BFL, which is and 20% silk, and I thought those two colours went really well together. And yeah, so that is another future project. So I've just got 2 future projects I want to share with you. And then I bought myself some patterns. I bought this, the Shadow Vest from Jeanne from On The Hook. And I've got a couple of shirts, and I think having one of them in the spring will be nice when it starts to get warmer. I bought this, the Shallow Socks by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. This was the first pattern, Painting Bricks Socks by who other? Stephen West. So I've done that. I've bought that one. All the links to these socks are in the description box below. The next pattern is Let's Stay Home Socks by Nancy Wheeler. I found Nancy last year, Knit Sip Happy, I think she's called. Is it Knit Sip? Yes, it is Knit Sip Happy. And she made, this is a free pattern. I'm not sure if it's still free, but I will put the link below. And this was her thank you to everybody for buying her patterns and that. And these are her socks. I've knit a pair of Nancy's socks before, and her patterns are really good. And then last but not least, I bought these Sweetheart Fingerless mitts by Kay, which are beautiful. So they're my new patterns I've purchased, guys. I So that is a lot, isn't it, guys? And the last thing I want to talk to you about is I want to talk about the projects that I finished last year. And I was counting them up, because at the end of every month I always write in my journal how many projects I've made. And last year I made 110. 41 of those were hats for the homeless and for friends and for me and for Rick. I made 21 pairs of socks. For some reason I thought I'd made more, but obviously when I counted them I'd only made 21. 5 blankets I made. I made 2 mosaics. I did the scrap blanket. I did Ophelia Talks jam jar blanket, and I did the knitted blanket as well. Then I made 2 wraps, a poncho, a basket. I did a doll's full outfit, leggings, jacket, hat, booties. I did 4 sweaters. I did a summer top by Expression Fibre Arts, Chandy. I did a beach cover. I did a tunic. I did another poncho. I did the Selena Baca crochet poncho. 3 cowls, a shawl, the mystery knit along, which is that one. I made 2 mandalas, 2 doilies. I did bags, I did washcloths, I did ear warmers. So guys, I did quite a lot last year and I was kind of quite surprised. But when you think 41 of those were hats, oh, and I did 3 cardigans as well. Wow. And I've said I'm going to, but a few of them, so they're, guys, they're a mixture of knit and crochet projects. They're not all crochet and they're not all knit, so there's a mixture there, which is nice, which is what I like. So, as I said in my knitting podcast at the beginning of this month, I do plan to do a lot more knitting this year. It was my first love, and I'm still doing crocheting as well. The top by Jeanne from On the Hook Crochet, that is a crocheted vest, and that shouldn't take me long. I want to get that done, and I'm going to be doing it in this yarn here. I'm going to do it in this because I will wear it with my jeans, and I really do like the brown. It's a King Cole Fjord DK. So, and that's it'd be interesting to see how this crochets up. So that is what I'm going to be using for that. So yeah, I've got but at the end of the day, guys, I'm doing what makes me happy, and that was my goal for this year. You know, yes, I've got a lot of whips and that, but that's the way I work. I like to work on at least 3 different projects throughout the day. Sometimes I do a couple, and I always make sure that I have at least 1 day off a week from knitting and crocheting, and I just sit and read, or you know, whatever, you know, have a do whatever takes my fancy on that day. It's Saturday and we've been out for a walk. It's cold and frosty underfoot, but it was just so nice to get out in the fresh air. And I don't know about you guys, but when I go for a walk, I kind of, it's quite motivate. I kind of I think about things, you know, ideas running through my head, and kind of put them in order, so to speak. You know, sometimes my brain just runs away with me, and just going for that walk, I can I'm with Rick and we just talk about anything and everything under the sun, and it's our together time, if you like. And it's just nice because I'm up here most of the day, and he's either weather permitting, he's either out in the garden, or he's in his room doing his, you know, researching his family history. Well, our family history, he's doing mine as well. So, and we, you know, of an evening, I kind of then go and be with him and spend the rest of the day with him in the evening. So it's just nice. When he retired, you know, a few of my friends said, oh my God, he's going to be under your foot, but he's not. And I really, really do like him being at home, because he puts the kettle on and says, coffee time. No, he's a good man. He's good. So since I last saw you, we actually went away for a mini break last week to Crewe Hall, which if you're in the UK and you ever get the chance to go to Crewe Hall, I would highly recommend it. We had amazing meals, and we spent time in the pool, the jacuzzi, steam room, and then we had a lovely massage, and it was something that it was a Christmas present to both of us, and we definitely needed it after all the stress of last year, and it was just so really nice. I took my knitting. Yes, I did. I took my socks. That's all I took. I didn't take loads and loads of work with me, because I was only there 2 days and Rick drove, so that's how I managed to finish those socks so quickly. It takes me on average about a week to make a pair of socks, but I don't sit and work on them. I kind of work on other projects as well, because that's just the way I work, really, guys. For the next couple of weeks, we've got workmen coming in to strip. Well, we've got someone coming in tomorrow to strip all the wallpaper off the hall, stairs and landing. We're going away in February. I'm going to go and spread my dad's ashes, and well, not spread, scatter my dad's ashes, I should say. We're going to go and spread my dad's ashes out at sea, because that's what he wanted, because he was a Royal Marine and he loved the sea. So we're going to go and do that, which no doubt will be quite emotional, and because then that will be the final goodbye. And yeah, so we've got that coming up. We're going away for 4 days. We're going away for a nice long weekend to Wales. And we've got, in the meantime, we've got the plasterer coming in to plaster after the wallpaper's been taken off the wall in the hall, stairs and landing. We've got the plasterer coming, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to keep myself locked up in here. And then when we come back, we've got the decorator coming in and decorating all of downstairs. And yeah, so it's a job that we wanted to do last year, as I've said before, but we just, with everything that happened, we couldn't get it done. We just we're not going to put that pressure on us, as well as everything else that was going on. And so we decided this year, definitely done. The loft, or attic as you in the US call it, the attic loft hatch has been done, which is something that I've wanted done for ages. And it's nice because the ladder's just come down, because the way we were getting up into the loft attic before, it's surprising we didn't kill ourselves, guys. So yeah, so we we actually got a ladder that actually opened the loft and the ladder comes down, so that's going to be good, isn't it? And the fella was trying to show me, well, you know I'm only small, I'm only 5'3". Oh my God. I had to stand on tippy toes. And anyway, he showed me a good way to do it, so it's going to be fun, isn't it? So if I need to get in the loft, it's going to have to be Rick that opens the loft hatch and pulls the ladder down, because I can't do it. Unless I get a stool. Oh dear, never mind. Well guys, I think I've kept you quite long enough. I hope you didn't mind the waffling. If you've come to if you've watched it to this far, thank you so much. As I said, thank you so much for being here, for subscribing. To all my new subscribers, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed this knitting podcast. I do them once every 3 weeks. And so I'm not sure when the next one is. My calendar's all the way over there, and I'm not getting up to go and get it because I'm nice and comfortable. So don't forget to check out the description box. I'll have all the links to the patterns, to the yarn, to the YouTubers that I've mentioned. Please go and check them out. They are fun, they're fun channels, and you might learn something new. What else was going to say? Oh yeah, please don't forget a thumbs up. Even if you don't leave a comment, please leave a thumbs up, because that helps me in the YouTube algorithms. And thank you all so very much for being here. Take care guys, stay safe, but more importantly, as I always say, be kind to you. And until the next video, bye bye for now.